Okay, this is a leave management system. What it does is to automatically track leaves, automatically track leave requests without having human to loop. This is a leave request. This is a leave management system. What it does is to help you track your leave requests to avoid manually tracking that. So here is the database. So here is the database. We have database for employees. This include all the details you need to have for employees. So this database we have 4 employees: Precious, Tails, Bethel, and Nkoma. These are their email, right? Okay, and for now their PTO balance is 22 because none of them have applied for leave. So total approved PTO is when they applied. If it's approved, the number of days that are approved. So this name, their manager's name. So each employee has a manager or supervisor. So this is the manager's email address. So under managers database, here we have 2 managers, Forge and Daniel. So these are their emails, Forge and Daniel. This is the department they belong to, and this is the employees attached to them. So Forge has Tails and Nkoma as their team member, while Daniel has Precious and Bethel as his team member. So this leave request is a database for all the leave requests that the employees will be sending and reviewing and approving and rejecting too. So let me show you how it works. This is just the database. So this is just the database. So the interface looks something like this. So on the interface we have managers portal and employee portal. So manager portal, from the manager POV, if a manager logs in, he will be able to see his team member and leave requests submitted by the team member. So let me choose a manager. So let me choose a manager and view. So let me choose Forge as a manager and let's view his interface. So let's preview as Forge as a manager. So this is what Forge will be seeing, right? He will be having access to his team members, details of his team members. He can click on that and have details of the team member. Let me launch this so you can, okay, good. So you can click on the team member. So let's view as Forge. Okay, let me go back. Let's view as Forge. Let me use Forge. Okay, Forge is the manager, so he can have access to its team members, the details, and their available PTO, right? So, and he can have access to leave requests. If any of his team members submitted leave requests, he can see that here. So under here, he can filter, he can sort, he can take it to be a gallery list if you want. He can search for any details here. He can search for leave request here. So yes, you can see it can search for requests here. So that is it from the manager portal. So let's go to the employee. A manager can equally be, yes, it's equally an employee, but in this essence I didn't add manager as employee, but it can. If you click on this employee, you will not see any data here because we excluded managers as employee here. So let's view from the employee's viewpoint, right? So the interface, we can pick an employee and view. So let's view Nkoma that has manager as Forge. Okay, this is Nkoma's email address. So let's view the interface and see how it will look from Nkoma's POV. So if Nkoma should log in, she will not have access. You can have access to, you're seeing access to this because I'm using the admin portal. I'm using the admin email. So if Nkoma should log in, he won't have access to this manager's portal. She can only see this employee's portal, right? So automatically the system will bring up her name, then the PTO balance and approved day. So this is a leave request. Any leave request she has submitted for the past, we appear here. She can filter, she can sort, she can search for any request she wants to search for here, right? So yeah, so that is it. So under here, she can click on request for leave, and a form will come up for her to fill the form to request for leave. Please taking time. So let's go back. So she can click here and it will bring her here to fill up the form. Okay, here. So she can fill up the form and submit. Once it's clicked to submit, the leave request will appear. The submitted request will appear here. So let's try that. So Nkoma department, IT, type of request. Let me say sick leave. Comment, want to see a doctor. Then start day one. When are you starting? Let's say Monday to next Monday. So we click submit. Okay, let's go back and check. You see automatically the leave request has appeared here. So exactly, so this Nkoma now has a manager to be Forge. Let's check Forge. Yes, so this leave request will appear in Forge's portal as a manager. So let's view as Forge and go to manager's portal. So let's go to leave request. You see it is here as Forge's portal. So that is it for the navigation. So the next thing I want to touch is the automation, the communication automation part. So if a leave request is sent, Forge will get a notification about a new request on his email. He doesn't like, for him to be able to access the leave requests and approve them, he doesn't have to be here 247. An email has been automatically sent to Forge notifying him about the recent leave request. So let's go to Forge email and check. So here, this is the new Hello Forge, kindly look at this new leave request and view it. So if he clicks here, it will take him to the portal where he can either reject or accept the leave. So this is taking time. Okay, to take him here, he will then go to the portal. This is the leave. You can click on it and status, either approve or reject. You can approve with a note. Get well soon. Once this is done, the employee will get a notification about the update. So let's check the employee. The employee that sent the request was Nkoma. So let's check the inbox for Nkoma email and see the updates. So we're going to, okay, this is the email and here is the update. Okay, let's click on it. Congratulations, Nkoma, your leave has been approved. You can view here for more details. Do enjoy your time off. So if Nkoma should click here, it will take her to the portal. To take her to the portal where she can view her okay, let's okay, let's view that. I used another email, that's why it's not opening. Okay, let's use Nkoma's POV to view that. So automatically the PTO balance, because it has been approved. Let's look at the mail, look at the leave. Because it has been approved, the PTO balance, because if you go to overview, the PTO balance has automatically been updated to automatically. The system does this automatically. It has been updated, so we can go, we can search for, like I said, you can do a lot of things with this portal, with this panel, right? So that is it. So let's look in a scenario where the leave request was not accepted. So Nkoma can decide to maybe decide to submit a new leave request, submit a new leave request. This will take us to the portal where she will have to fill the form as usual. Why is this taking so long? Okay, so let's department, type of leave, casual, comment, I want casual leave. Don't mind my blur, casual leave. So start day maybe 15 and end date maybe 18th. So we submit. So this should reflect immediately. It should reflect. Let's go to her leave request. Okay, this is the new lead. So we can, so by now the manager should have gotten an email about the lead. Let's check the manager's email. This one is for the last one. This is the new one. Okay, this is because it's had, okay, we should have opened. Okay, new leave request. Okay, you can click here, take it to the portal, and the same routes, but here will be rejecting the leave. What am I saying, lead? So here we will be rejecting the leave. So this should be it. If you're not sure of what which leave, you can type pending leave. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is taking my time. So you can just click on it because we know it's the leave. So this pending, the manager can decide to reject, okay, because this is the pending, this is status. The manager can decide to reject this leave with reason any team member are on leave already, blah 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 blah, things like that. And with this, Nkoma should receive a mail. Should receive a mail. Let's search for Nkoma's inbox. This takes time. This normally take time. This normally takes time. So while it's loading, I will show you how the back end of the communication automation. So for the communication automation, I used Zapier for this. So okay, so this is okay. So there are two routes, two assets here. The first one is employees message. So this is what the employees get. The first one, let's check manager's message to manager. So this is what is triggered when a new when a new lead is submitted. Immediately a new lead is submitted, this workflow is triggered and an email is sent to the manager. That is for the manager's routes or message workflow. So for the employee message workflow, so for the employee message workflow, when the Airtable or the leave is updated to either approved or rejected, things happen. So if the leave is updated, the system check if it was approved. If it was approved, it will take this route. If it was rejected, it will take this route. So when it's approved, what it does is to send message to the person, the owner of the leave, and send message to owner of the leave and copy the manager, right? So same thing here. If it's approved, if it's rejected, it will do the same thing. Send message to owner of the leave, the requester of the leave, and copy the messenger, or we copy the manager too. So that is basically it. Let's check. Okay, we've gone back, we've click, and yes, your leave request has been rejected. Review, but unfortunately wasn't approved this time. For more details on this, you can view this. So that is it for the leave.